All right, now we're on to maybe the best part. I don't feel like my face is finished unless I have a contour done, but probably my favorite part, and the one I tend to overdo maybe a little bit too much, is highlighting. I love highlighting. I think it's phenomenal. So we're gonna start working the color up because we want to have a really great radiant look to the skin. It just looks like you're healthy and hydrated and glowing. And so we're going to start with, this is one of my favorite, very, very subtle, but I love it to start any highlighting look. Even if I'm just going for like a quick on the go, I'll just do this. You can see that video, click the other natural radiant look. You can see how I just use this one on its own. But even if I'm using other types of highlighters, I like to layer this on the bottom. So I'm going to take a great little highlighting brush. This is the Sephora number 79 Pro Contour. It's just a tapered round brush. And I'm going to take this. This is called the MAC face powder, the Opalescent face powder in the color Here Comes Joy. It was from the Holiday Snowball collection. You can kind of see a vague, faint outline of the beautiful snowflake that was on here, but this is just a really pretty peachy champagne-y color. So I'm just going to start by hitting this on the tops of the high points of the face. So right here, kind of where the top of the cheekbone is, and then up to the hairline. I'll hit that, and then I will hit the temples of my forehead with this guy, because I don't really like a super glowy forehead because I get oily throughout the day, but this just adds a nice little sheen. And then same on the other side. Temples. And then I'll just take my finger, rub it in the powder, and then very lightly go on the bridge of my nose. I don't like going all the way down on the tip, but just the bridge to add a little extra highlight, brightening effect. So I'll go with that. And now we're gonna move on to a combo of like 2 other highlights, because 1 is not enough and 2 is not enough. 3 is gonna be awesome, right? So next I'm gonna go in with, this is a Becca. This is in the color Champagne Pop, which is a really pretty kind of pinky, goldy champagne color. I'm just gonna hit like the tiniest little bit of this. So this is on the Morphe M510, which is another natural hair bristle. I really like, again, natural hair bristles for highlighters. I think they pick up the color and distribute it the best. And so I'm just gonna take just really lightly, and then this one can be kind of a powdery highlight, so I'm kind of brush off as much as I can, and then very, very lightly. Oh, can you see that? Did you see that? Oh, honey, we're gonna glow. Just very, very lightly hit the tops of the cheekbones. Top it off. Oh, yes, honey. Yeah, so this would be a pretty good highlight, probably a good amount for an everyday kind of look for me. Everyday for me, but everyday for me is like going out to meet the president. Maybe not the president, who wants to meet the president nowadays. Look for other people. But because with this look, we use the Artist Couture, the bronze and Le Peach on the eyes, especially Le Peach like right in the inner corner and on the brow bone. I kind of want to tie it all together with the highlight to make sure that the colors meld well. So I'm going to go in with a little more of this Le Peach, but I have a hard time with Le Peach lasting all day, or any of the Artist Couture powders. So one way, and another way that's great to make sure that the loose powder highlight lasts all day and also gives it that kind of like wet, very metallic look, is you're going to spray your face with setting spray and then apply the highlighter on top of that. So this is just the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So I'm gonna spray the face, especially the cheeks. And so let it dry just a little bit but so it still has something to kind of grab onto, the loose powder highlight. So I'm going to take the same M510 brush that I used with the Becca and grab some of this highlighter, tap off the excess, and then tap this onto the high points. Oh, honey, yes. High points of the cheek, and then hit the other side too before the face dries. Ooh. Oh, that's a glow. And then I'm going to hit the collarbones, because why not? Let's just glow. Just glow everywhere. Ooh. Ooh, and it can be a little intense. But this just has like a beautiful, radiant finish to it, and I just love it so much. But it can be a little bit much. So I'm gonna take my bronzer brush that I used before, that still has some powder on it, and I'm gonna kind of just like tap this in and drag it down a little bit, just to like soften out the edges, so that it's not just like a stripe of highlighter, because this one is very intense. I'll even take my blush brush, let's see if I can say that, and kind of just hit the apples of my cheeks again and kind of go over this again, just to make sure everything's blended together and there's not just like a stripe of highlighter on your face. So it's still there, you still got that gorgeous glow, but it looks a little more natural, as much as like a glowing face can look natural, I suppose. Again, just doing the same on the other side, taking my brush that I used with the bronzer, and I'm patting that in, going back over with the same, not picking up any more product on these brushes, just using what's already there, but blending everything all together so that you get a gorgeous seamless glow. And it looks like you can radiate from across the room.